kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. He'll bring it out. It's Barry. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Takes the handoff. It's Barry. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback extends the play. He's going to run it. Open space at the 25. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that.
That's a first down for the offense.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Handoff to the lone back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. After the run, now the throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the catch on the left. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And he makes the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Poe. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
First and 10.
And throw it right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Back to pass, it's Mack. fires to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Three wideouts to the right on 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Ready?
Oops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Got his man. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the catch. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
Breaks into the open. Touchdown.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Poe. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone.
First and 10.
And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Dropping back, it's Mack. Gets it out quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. He's got it. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. Gets away from one. He's got space. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. New set of downs after the completion.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Wants to keep it in the air. He wants to go deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
They'll send the back in motion. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Might be calling a hot route. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Lining up to convert third down. Back to throw, it's Mack. Showing the arm strength to the left. Ball's in the deep ball. They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Zings it complete to the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quick release on the RPO. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. They've controlled the football on this drive. The 8th play will be a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw for it. Got it. He's got it and just sashays into the end zone for the touchdown. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And
Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Fielded in the end zone. It's Poe. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
The offense will take over. First and 10.
The give from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Brings up.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, it's Mack. Pucks it out of the air. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Second down.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Looking for a productive play on 1st down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Might be changing the route. Wants to throw again. Under fire. On target. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
How about this defense? Coming out, you know you've got a challenge on your hand, and you talking about coming out ready, hairs on fire, ready to play. You could tell, dropping back, great coverage. They know this guy's great. They know he can spin it. They're sitting on the coverage, waiting on it. They win the first check early. Give the defense some credit. They were ready for this great quarterback.
On the run, it's Berry. Got the 1st down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the 2nd level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add them down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Chains keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Looking for a huge play. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a 1st down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. And all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed and with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
Scanning the field, it's Mack. Looking to scramble. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Give to the running back. The quick feet, the acceleration, the vision, and he works his way to the 44.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. Tight end now in motion. Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, looking for the completion. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down, they were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. To throw, it's Reed. Pocket breaking down. He's going to take off. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that 1st down.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time.
Turning it on. Pulls it in and runs into the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout by the offense.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Quarterback making checks. Now the play fake. Right on the money. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Gain of 3. 3rd down coming up.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Looking for a man. It's Mack. A little release to the back. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. As they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. Using his legs, it's Poe. Picks up the first down, still moving. There he goes. 10. All the way in for the touchdown.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on the extra point. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Fielded in the end zone, it's Berry. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Power football with the run. Oh, he's got a chance. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this.
It's a fumble. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. There he goes. The 10. And it'll be a touchdown.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Takes the handoff. It's Poe. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback making adjustments. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
So after that incompletion, 4th down, you've got to hold serve if you're this offense, right? Both offenses up and down the field. The opponent scored twice. You scored a touchdown on your first drive. I think you got to go for it here because right now nobody's playing defense, and this game very easily could come down to which team has the ball last.
This is a long 4th down try, but the offense stays on the field. Fires it down the seam. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Looking downfield, it's Mack. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Is incomplete. It's now second down.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Shakes off the defender. And they're in for a touchdown.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Tie game, and what about this call? Going for an onside kick here in the first half. Timeout call by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Barry. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13.
First and 10.
So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Got the quick completion. Oh, he's got some space. Put the clamps on that ball and strolled into the end zone for a touchdown.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive.
Will take over. First and 10.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Off the play fake on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done there.
Now on second down. Looking to throw, it's Mack. Grabbed behind the line, it's Poe. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
The offense changing the play. From the gun on third down. Throws to the wideout. He can't make the catch. He was open on the crossing route, and instead they're facing a fourth down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Here's a heat. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Grab near the marker. It's Barry. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. And it's another 1st and 10 play.
And that's a first down for the offense.
DB's right up on the receivers. Wants to go up top on first down. Quick completion on the out. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. And he's got a touchdown. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man.
And the offense will take over. 1st and 10.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Motion from the back. Caught in the backfield. It's Poe. Crosses the 30. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
To the air. It's Mack. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. To the air on first down. Quickly complete. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Poe. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fired in there, but incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to pass. It's Mack. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Three straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's English. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. They're moving quickly after that big 4th down conversion. Clock will roll when the ball is set. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's a touchdown. Puts 6 on the board.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. So a drive there of 82 yards. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Barry. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
Remaining seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. To the ground with the back. He has the first and still on his feet. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout called by the offense.
One more snap coming before halftime. Defense playing a bail technique. From the gun, running back gets to give. Inside the 40. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Making side adjustments here. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Third down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Mack. It's complete to the right. Breaks into the open. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Didn't get enough to move the sticks, but enough to leave them with the decision.
And the defense did a great job understanding the sticks, rallying to the football, getting them on the ground. And you're right, Reese. 4th and short, that means decision time, or for us, green light. Go for it.
They don't believe their kicker can roll double nickels with that 55-yarder, so they'll leave the offense out there on 4th down. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
That last completion has him set up 2nd and short. They'll run play action. Makes the grab. They make the tackle at the 22. We'll give him 5 yards on the play. It'll be enough for a 1st down.
This this coaching staff has really done a nice job marrying the play-action game to their running game. That looked like that was going to be a run. Everything in that play said they're running the ball downhill. At the last second, quarterback pulled the football. He was able to complete the throw.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout by the offense.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Mack. Unleashes it. He's got it. And it's in for a touchdown.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's recap that Big 12 matchup that just went final moments ago.
All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. A quick pass to the left. Turning it on. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup.
He makes a grab. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation. That time, saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted, took his shot. He is in a groove.
1st and goal for the offense. Sneaks it in.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. The give to the tailback. Got the first down and still on his feet. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
He'll try to do it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
So now it's 2nd and long. action. Moving away from pressure. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Mack. Snagged out of the air. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, the defense just has not had an answer for this guy working out of the slot so far. Man coverage has been tricky. He's beaten them in zone. You might want to think about bracketing him where you've got a defender on the outside and the inside to see if you can force the quarterback to go somewhere else with the ball.
They'll move the tight end. Running back searching for a hole.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
It's third down, and they have to get it to the 42 to move the sticks. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Dropping back, it's Mack. Fires to the wideout. Working that wide receiver screen. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll try the left side. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He might want another play. Wants to fire on second down. And the pass falls incomplete, and we play 3. How entertaining has this game been? How good are these offenses right now as we take a look at the stats after 3? Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the 1st down.
You know, and that's a route.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's complete. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th. Hauls it in and takes it in for a touchdown. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. The home team is within striking distance, but time is not on their side. Time to see if they can solve this riddle. The Buffaloes have made a statement thus far on the road. But as we know with this program, it only matters if they win. There are no moral victories in Boulder. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Colorado. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
There he goes. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And after having a nice gain like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Quick completion to the right. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5.
Was complete on the screen. Tackle is made near the 48-yard line. Good enough for a 1st down.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. The hand to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
To the air on 2nd down. He's moving out of the pocket. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. him a little bit.
Yeah, and you can tell the timing wasn't great, and quarterback and receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
Tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on fourth down. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuffed, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
And now this offense will take the field again. They'll go to the ground. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Finds a crease at the 20. And he's in for the score. Touchdown.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this fourth quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. From the gun, they'll try the middle. At the 35, he's loose. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those run.
Looking for a deep man. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
And he's brought down after a nice game. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Out of the gun, they give to the back. Gets it past the marker. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Running to Green. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And he'll just get rid of that one.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Looks it into his hands and then waltzes it into the end zone. Touchdown. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the 4th. Out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback.
1st and 10.
And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to throw, it's Mack. Firing to the right, complete. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He rifles one deep down the right side. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. They'll go back to work on offense. Fires to the tight end. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Leaves it with the back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Running to the left. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Pivotal moment, perhaps even a decisive play coming on 3rd and 3. They'll try to get the first through the air. Finds his big tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. Now on the move. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be first and goal from the 4.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
And as time is dwindling away in this one, the offense is set up. First and goal, a great opportunity to get the go-ahead score. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. From the gun. He gets it into the end zone, and the two-point conversion extends this lead to 8. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
First and 10.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking for a man. It's Mack. Back open in the middle. Gets away from one, finds room. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. Looking to throw on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Might be changing the route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Hauls it in. Oh, what a move to get room. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Quickly to the tight end. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
That last completion sets him up on second down. To the air, it's Mack. lets it fly. Got it in stride inside the 20. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback.
Easton.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Flushed out of the pocket. Looking to the end zone. He's got it for the touchdown, and now they need the two-point conversion.
Well, they came up with a massive touchdown, but this next play is even bigger. You need a two-point conversion to tie this thing. There are only seconds left on the game clock. This is the play that people will point back to if they get it, that maybe won them the game.
The last touchdown only part of the battle. Now the two-point try to tie the game. He's looking to throw. He's got it. The two is good, and we have ourselves a tie game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they've tied it up with clutch plays, the touchdown and the two-point conversion in the final minute. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
First and 10.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense, and I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep, and don't let anyone get behind you.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for space. It's King. Makes it past the marker. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. After the 5-yard step-off, 1st and 15 for this offense. He'll run it again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. 4 quarters, not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. And finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
Solid run on the last play gives this offense another first down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
And now on second down for this offense. Moving out of the pocket. It's complete on the right side. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Gives it on the option. Powers through the defender. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Off the RPO, complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
They want to keep this drive alive. Third and short here in overtime. The corners are walked up tight. The offense will use a timeout with a critical down coming in overtime.
Called by the offense.
Just a couple they need to pick up here on third and short in overtime. They'll throw on third and short. He's got it. Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house it, but the defense tackles him at the 3.
Well, a field goal kicker can step away from the net and go sit down, grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball on third and short in field goal range. They get the completion, now setting up first and goal.
First and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime. Trying to pound their way in. And into the end zone for a touchdown.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Now, they don't have to go for 2 here, but it looks as if they're going to try it anyway. Looking to throw. They went for the 2 and got it, and now an 8-point lead in overtime. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Wants to throw. It's Mack. Got his man on the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. First down here for the offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback may change this route. looking downfield on first down. Almost intercepted, and you just can't put the ball in jeopardy on first down in overtime.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
Now, when I'm in OT and I start to get in this territory, I gotta be thinking touchdown. Like, what are my plays that I can go to now? I ran the football. I showed a little bit of conservativeness. Now I got to take advantage of a shot out wide. What's my best go-to play in this situation?
They'll move the wide receiver. Trying play action. Makes the grab. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. That's why you never assume the first guy's going to make the tackle, and you have to keep running to the football.
Man, it's something you highlight every single week in defensive meetings. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Take the correct angle. Nice job. First guy misses. Second guy gets him on the ground, forces the fourth down, throws that fist up in the air.
Does the drama get any thicker? The offense comes to the line on fourth down here in overtime. Wide receiver going in motion. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. He wants it all. Can't make the grab. The desperation fourth down.